David Petersen, here with another mouse guard architectural model. In this case, it's the exterior of Shorestone. The Shorestone makes its appearance in Black Axe issue 6, or chapter 6 if you have the hardcover. And Shorestone is supposed to be the epitome of mouse architecture. This is where the Haven Guild lies and where the four founders of the major disciplines of architecture resided. And so I wanted the exterior to showcase all of those disciplines, whether it's carpentry or stonemasonry, metallurgy, and design, mathematics and design. I know that I was inspired by some existing structure, and I can't figure out what it was anymore, but I know that it had a roof kind of similar to this with these little peekaboo windows, as well as two towers, two domed towers. But beyond that, I don't remember what the reference was, and I know that I looked at it for some of the proportions, but then made it my own. I'm pretty sure that the original structure was half of a hexagon. So the first thing I actually did was start with a hexagon. I figured out the dimensions of a hexagon by printing one out digitally, tracing it onto a sheet of cardboard, and using this as my template when forming the walls for this piece. Now, this piece is modular. The roof comes off, and I'm going to just show you the bottom. So at the bottom, you've got 3 sheets of cardboard forming the major walls. To get those angles and to glue them in place properly, I used my hexagon template. Once I had the 3 walls with the hexagon template in place, I started adding all the details. I think the first ones that I added on were the trim pieces, which are made of basswood, that would just cover up the seams from where all the glue was going for the cardboard, because I did not miter the joints. So there is a huge gap in the outside edge of those cardboard planes. The next thing I did was to add on probably the towers. These are, I'm checking, I was thinking that these were existing something like a poster tube, but they are not. They are rolled Bristol board, rolled and glued. Now all of the other, and the front tower, square tower, is also cardboard with a chipboard roof and wooden details glued on. All of the other details that are the arches and trim pieces are printed out designs that I found from existing churches, and then was able to skin onto the structures that I built, either the column towers or onto strips of chipboard or Bristol board that I curved around to give it just a little bit of relief. For the domes, I used aluminum foil and just kept balling it and compressing it and kneading it on the table to smooth it out until I had 2 fairly even domes. Probably not quite as big as I wanted them to be. The difference between them and the column is probably not as pronounced as I would have liked, but it's what it is. And it works. The little details on the top of them are push pins. For the roof, I did the same kind of thing where I measured out the bottom edge of the roof to match the face of the structure, and then just figured out how tall that should be, and did a equilateral triangle, an isosceles equilateral triangle. All of the little roof, and I did the same kind of basswood trim running down the glue seams to hide those and also give it some architectural visual interest. All of the little peekaboo windows are made up of teeny tiny triangles of chipboard, which is what the back of sketch pads are made out of. So each one of those is 2 of those, and then 1 strip of basswood cut to length, and then glued in place. I think I did a sub-assembly where I did the 2 sides and the roof as 1 glued piece, and then glued that on in place in this 3-2-1 pattern for the little windows. The large round windows are a rose window pattern from some existing church, and again, I don't remember which one. I do know that I decided that I would have them be open instead of having them being glass when I did the drawing for Black Axe. They are open air designs. And later on, I thought it was interesting that I did that because I didn't include glass in the four founders. There's metallurgy and stone and wood and design and mathematics, but nothing with glass. There's no glaziers. And I thought it would be interesting to do a sub-story that I used as the cover for the box set of Legends of the Guard about this fantastic glazier who's actually working on the window that would go here, getting his message from the four founders, being told that he is not accepted into the Haven Guild, that they do not accept him as one of the important parts of architectural design. And so for that reason, Shorestone doesn't have glass windows. It has open air windows. Now there is more to this model. This is only the exterior. There is an interior portion. The exterior is this is the only part of the exterior that you can see. It faces up against a rock wall, and the rest of the city is buried inside of that rock wall. And I've built that model as well, but that will be a different video. So this is the exterior, used to help me reference the model for a couple different shots during the 6th issue of Black Axe. If you like this video, please click like and consider subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. And until next time, thank you for watching.